I forgive myself that I've accepted and allowed myself to compare myself to others. I forgive myself that I accept and allow myself to exist by comparing myself to others. I forgive myself that I accept and allow myself to compare myself with others to make myself feel good or to make myself feel bad. I forgive myself, accept and allow myself to compare what I have with what I do, with other people and see what they have. I forgive myself, accept and allow myself to compare my life situation with other people's life situations. All this is to make myself feel good. I forgive myself that accept and allow myself to believe if I compare myself with others, then I can feel good about myself. I forgive myself that I have accepted and allowed myself to compare myself with others to make myself feel better, to enhance my self-image. I forgive myself, accept and allow myself to feel jealousy whenever the comparison does not go in favor of me. I forgive myself, accept and allow myself to feel little and less than whenever the comparison is not in favor of me. I forgive myself, accept and allow myself to constantly compare myself with others. I forgive myself that accept and allow myself to compare what others do and what others say and how they are appreciated and see if I am appreciated the same way. I forgive myself, accept and allow myself to always compare in order to make myself feel better or make myself feel bad. I forgive myself, accept and allow myself to compare myself with others and in that make myself feel less than. It's also an act of irresponsibility to compare. By comparing, basically, I'm trying to avoid self-responsibility. There's self-responsibility to live the life in a very responsible way. But I rather compare and say, okay, well, that guy is not doing anything, so why should I bother? And just me take it easy. So that's another aspect of comparison, is to find an escape route from self-responsibility. I forgive myself, accept and allow myself to believe I don't have to be self-responsible, that I can neglect my self-responsibility because the other people are not responsible. I forgive myself, accept and allow myself to avoid taking responsibility for myself because I believe others are not responsible. So why should I bother to take responsibility? So I compare to avoid self-responsibility. I forgive myself, that accept and allow myself to compare myself with others so that I don't have to be a self-responsible person. After all, others are not, so why should I be? In this, I am deluding myself. I forgive myself, accept and allow myself to believe the way I should live my life or the quality of my life should be measured in comparison to others. Everything about my life should be compared to others. How I work, how much money I make, how, everything. How healthy I am, how happy I am, everything comes down to comparison. What kind of a house I live, what kind of a car I drive. Is my car better than your car? Is my car nicer than your car? Did I get a better deal than your deal? Did I get a better car deal than you? So, comparison brings fear and jealousy. I forgive myself that I've accepted and allowed myself to feel jealous if the other person got a better deal than me. I forgive myself that I accept and allow myself to compare myself against others and have a smile on my face if I get a better deal than the other person. So in this casino, this world is today a casino. It's a capitalistic casino, that's what it is. Everyone is looking for a better deal. Everyone is comparing against the others. So if the comparison turn out to be good, you can put a smile on my face. If the comparison turn out to be bad, well then little bit of unhappiness on the face plus jealousy. I forgive myself that accept allow myself to feel jealous whenever other people are getting a better deal and not me. I forgive myself that accept allow myself to boil in jealousy whenever the comparison is not going well. I forgive myself, accept allow myself to believe others are doing better than me. I forgive myself, accept allow myself to believe others are getting a better deal in life than me. I forgive myself that I accepted and allow myself to believe others are more intelligent and smarter than me. I forgive myself that I accept allow myself to believe others have better genes than me. Their genetic pool is better than mine. I forgive myself that I accept allow myself to believe other people have better families than me. They have larger families, they have more support, they have more extended families, they have more relatives, they have larger clans, therefore they have more power, they have better social circles, they have better parties, they have more happiness than me. Therefore, I accept and allow myself to exist in jealousy. I forgive myself that I accept and allow myself to feel jealous when I compare myself with other families, because believing that I don't have such family. I forgive myself that I accept and allow myself to believe that I don't have a real family. I forgive myself, accept and allow myself to always compare myself with others and feel like I have something less than what others have. I forgive myself that I accept and allow myself to always compare myself with others. Even simple things like ordering food at a restaurant. When I order my food, I always look at what the other guy is ordering. And I feel like he got a better dish than me. I should have ordered that. Oh well, why did I order this? I always regret making that order because I'm comparing with what other people are ordering and feel bad about what I have. But it so happened my comparison is by and large always goes not in favor of me. I always end up feeling less than. For some people this comparison works the other way. They feel great in comparison. But both of them are equally self-harming because you're stuck in a polarity. Either you feel great or you feel jealous. I forgive myself, accept allow myself to get stuck in a polarity of either feeling good or feeling bad. I forgive myself, accept allow myself to feel good or feel bad. I forgive myself that I accept and allow myself to compare myself with others in my family. Yes, even against my brothers I compare myself and say, oh, he got a better deal than me, and in that either feel good or bad. I forgive myself that I accept allow myself to constantly compare myself with others and feel jealous most of the time. I forgive myself, accept allow myself to exist as jealousy, feel jealous, feel less than. I forgive myself, accept allow myself to believe others are smarter than me. They know everything. They know the problems, they know the solution, they know the connection, they have good connections, they have the information sources. But me, I don't have anything. So I feel low and down. I forgive myself and accept allow myself to always compare myself with others. Even things like physical look. I compare myself and feel bad that I don't have a stronger body. I don't have big muscles. I forgive myself, accept, allow myself to feel like I'm not a real man because I don't have strong, big muscles. I forgive myself, accept, allow myself to feel that I don't have great muscles. I forgive myself, accept, allow myself to believe I don't have a very strong and athletic physique. I forgive myself that I accept, allow myself to believe that I don't have a great physique, and therefore I compare myself with others and feel less than. I forgive myself that I accept, allow myself to feel less than others. I forgive myself, accept, allow myself to constantly compare myself with others and in this feel less than others. I forgive myself, accept, allow myself to believe I am less than everyone else. I forgive myself that accept, allow myself to believe I am less than everyone that I meet because they have better things. They have better intelligence, they have better looks, they have better bodies, they have better families, they have more wealth, they have good health. They have children, they have good education, everything they have, and I have less than them. So in this comparison, I feel less than everybody that I meet. So I forgive myself that I have accepted and allow myself to feel less than life. I forgive myself, accept, allow myself to constantly compare myself with others. Compare to their life situation, to their personal life situation, to their careers, to their physical looks. I even compare if somebody smile happily, then I go, wow, that person is so happy. They are smiling. Why can't I smile? In that feel depressed and even the little smile have, it goes away. I forgive myself, accept, allow myself to constantly compare myself with others. In this comparison, what I am really saying is make me happy. I want to be happy. So to be happy, I am comparing myself. It so happens the comparison doesn't work in my favor 99% of the time. So I forgive myself that I have accepted and allowed myself to feel less than life. I forgive myself that I accepted and allow myself to believe that life has given me a raw, bad deal, I haven't got a good deal in life. While other people have gotten a better deal. They have good looks, they have more intelligence, they have good families, they have nice houses, nicer cars, stable incomes, they have everything. They go on vacation, they have friends, they have social circles, they have good parties, they have nicer clothes, they eat well, they bring lunch to work, everything is good for them. They go to the gym. I found myself, even during lunchtime, I look at someone having lunch, and if I see the guy bringing lunch from his home, I compare myself. I go, wow, he's a lucky guy. He brings lunch from home. Whereas me, I don't bring lunch from home. I eat at the cafeteria. And in that, I feel less than. I feel like, wow, I have to spend so much money and eat from here and eat some lousy food, whereas this guy eating healthy food, bringing from home, and it doesn't cost him as much. So comparison exists in so many layers. And of course, there are other big comparisons like, type of woman somebody hangs up with. Oh, they must be having great sex. Wow, she looks awesome. They look so happy together. So, and then I go on to self-pity, jealousy and self-pity. I forgive myself that I accept, allow myself to exist in jealousy. I forgive me. I forgive myself. I forgive myself and accept myself to believe that comparison will bring me happiness. I forgive myself and accept myself to compare to find happiness. I forgive myself and accept myself to compare myself against everyone in order to find a point of happiness. Oh, at least on this point I am better than the other guy. There was a time where I would feel happy that I am into destiny and I am into self-forgiveness, where the other people, they are not into these things. So I felt like little superior to them. Wow, I am on this great thing and other people don't. So I feel privileged, and in that feel better about myself. I forgive myself, accept myself to feel good about myself because I am walking the destiny process, while those who are not are apparently less than me. So I forgive myself, that I accept myself to constantly compare myself with the rest of the world to find some point of happiness. And by and large, all the points, the comparisons play not in favor of me. I end up feeling bad about myself. I forgive myself, accept myself to go into jealousy, live in jealousy and self-pity, because the comparison did not favor me. I forgive myself, accept myself to feel happy when I hear bad news about other people, because it makes me feel good. Because in comparing myself to others, I feel good because I don't have that specific bad news, and those people have those specific bad news. So in comparing that very specific point, I feel better about myself. Well, for example, if somebody come and tell me they just lost their job, I will have a little tiny smile on my face. Very strange. So what did that smile tell me? That I am actually happy to hear the other guy lost his job, because I have a job. So I forgive myself, accept myself to have a subtle smile on my face when I hear bad news about other people. This indicates that I am obviously comparing myself with others and feeling good in that comparison. I forgive myself, accept myself to feel good about myself when I hear bad or sad news about other humans, because that makes me feel good about me. I remember once I was talking to a friend, a distant friend, a friend of a friend, let's say, and he was saying that he lost some big sum of money in some bad investment or something, some $25,000 or something. He just lost like this in one breath or something. He lost a huge sum of money. So as he was saying that, I could see there was a smile on my face. I caught myself smiling. I immediately stopped it. When he was saying that his wife was there, his mother was there, his sister, his children, the whole family was around him when he was sharing this news with me. And all I could do was have a smile. And that person hasn't bothered to talk to me after that, obviously, because I'm sure he saw me smiling as he was sharing his news. And he will go, wow, look at this guy. I'm sharing such a heavy, sad news and he's smiling. Why the smile is? Because at that very moment I'm comparing me to that guy. I'm comparing my story to his story and feel better about me. I'm happy. It's not that I am happy the other guy lost the money, that I am happy that I didn't lose the money. Right? So I am better than the other person. I forgive myself, accept myself to smile when I hear sad news about other people. The smile comes from comparison, that I am actually comparing me against others and feeling good about myself. Wow, what a lucky guy I am. I forgive myself that accept allow myself to feel lucky and great. I forgive myself, accept allow myself to believe that I am so great compared to others because I am lucky. The comparison favors me in certain points. So I feel good about myself. I forgive myself, accept allow myself to condition myself to live and exist within competition and comparison. Constantly competing and constantly comparing. Competing to become better and comparing to feel better. Better than others, to be more than others. I forgive myself, accept allow myself to believe that I must constantly and continuously compare myself with others and compete against others. In this, I will enhance my self-image. I will enhance my life. I will enhance myself. This is the delusional thinking or belief system that I have accepted and allowed within myself. So I forgive myself that I accept allow myself to live in comparison and competition. I forgive myself, accept allow myself to believe that I absolutely must compare and compete. This is I have accepted as the religious truth of me. In this there is no equality, because if there is really equality, I will consider what is best for all. What is best for all does not require competition or comparison. It is simply what is best for all. Like an equal money system, equal housing system. It is best for all. Let's have housing for everyone. A principle, a system that cares for everyone. I need a house, you need a house. You need food, I need food. Let there be a system that cares for you and cares for me. It's not a quota-based system. It's not an affirmative action system. It is not communism. It is not socialism, but rather life-supporting systems. What is good for you? What is good for me? What is good for all of us? What is best for all? In this, there is no competition, no comparison. I forgive myself that I accept allow myself to exist, believing that I must compete and I must compare at all costs, because this is a dog-eat-dog world. In this capitalist world, I must compete and compare, otherwise I cannot make it. So I have programmed myself. I forgive myself, accept allow myself to believe that I must compete and must compare. Only then I can feel good about myself. I forgive myself, accept allow myself to not realize in equality and oneness. We are all here. We are all here. So therefore, only principle that absolutely makes sense is what is best for all. Because when we are all here, if everyone is cared for and supported, we all benefit. We all live a good life because the system cares for all of us. So I forgive myself and accept allow myself to live in competition and comparison because I fear what is best for all. I forgive myself. I let go comparison and competition within me. It is not who I am. I breathe. I breathe. I breathe. I breathe. I am here as the physical. And in this moment, if a decision were to make, I ask the question, what is best for all? And that is the decision. That is the principle. So in that, competition and comparison has no place. Thank you. Please join us at www.destiny.co.za. Thanks.